he asked me. Are you married? With a curious glance. Eyes like lanterns, flickering in the evening's dance. I smiled, a crescent moon, and tilted my head. Not yet, I said softly, leaving much unsaid. The cafe hummed with clinks of glass and cheer. A haven where strangers' stories linger near. His voice was warm, like coffee in my hands, stirring questions that swirled like desert sands. Are you married? He pressed, his tone sincere, as if my answer could bridge the space right there. I laughed, a ripple in the air's soft stream. No ring, I teased. I'm still chasing a dream. But dreams, oh dreams, they twist and turn, you see. They're threads of starlight, not so easily free. I sipped my drink, let the silence unfold. Some tales are too heavy to be simply told. He leaned in closer, his grin a playful spark. Someone like you alone? That's a question mark. I shrugged, my heart a vault, locked tight with care. Not alone, I said, just free to wander there. The streets outside were painted gold with light. City whispers weaving through the night. His question lingered, a pebble in my mind. Why does it matter what I've left behind? Are you married? He asked once more, bold and sly. As if repetition could unravel my reply. I traced the rim of my cup, a thoughtful pause. Still single, I said, by my own heart's laws. But oh, the weight of that word. Single. Falls. Like a leaf in autumn, drifting past the calls. It's not a lack, not a void to be filled. It's a canvas wide, with colors yet to build. He spoke of love, of rings, of vows that bind. Of futures mapped in the heart and mind. I listened, nodding, my thoughts a quiet sea. Wondering what he hoped my answer would be. Are you married? He tried a fourth time now. His brow arched high, a playful, teasing vow. I grinned, unyielding, my spirit standing tall. Not yet, I said. I'm answering life's call. Life's call, a symphony, wild and free. A melody that's written just for me. It's not about a ring or a hand to hold, but a story unfolding, brave and bold. The cafe lights dimmed, the night grew deep. Conversations hushed, like secrets we keep. His eyes still searched, seeking something more. A glimpse of my heart, an unlocked door. I told him of travels, of mountains I'd climbed. Of mornings in cities where clocks lost their time. Of books I'd devoured, of songs I'd sung. Of battles I'd fought, of freedoms I'd won. Are you married? He asked, his voice now low. As if the question itself could make it so. I shook my head, my laughter soft and clear. I'm married to life, I said. And it's dear. Dear, oh dear, this life I've come to know. Through valleys of shadow, through fields that glow. It's not a path that needs another stride, but a journey I take with my heart as my guide. He smiled at that, a knowing kind of grin. As if he saw the fire that burned within. Not married, he echoed. But never alone. You carry a world in your heart your own. The hours slipped by, like sand through a sieve. Each moment a spark, each breath a reprieve. We spoke of dreams, of fears, of fleeting things. Of how the heart soars on its own wild wings. Are you married? He asked, one final time. His voice now gentle, like a nursery rhyme. I leaned back slow, my eyes on the stars. Still free, I said, no matter where we are. Free to wander, to wonder, to grow. To chase the tides where the wild winds blow. Free to love in ways that don't confine. To let my soul with the universe align. The night grew still, the cafe's hum now gone. Yet his question lingered, like a quiet dawn. It wasn't just him, but the world's old refrain. Asking women like me to fit, to explain. But I am not a puzzle, not a tale to complete. Not a half waiting for another to meet. I am whole, a story, a song in full bloom. A flame that needs no one to light up the room. He paid the bill, we stepped into the cold. The city alive with stories untold. His question faded, but its echo remained. A thread in my heart, either joy nor pain. Are you married? The world will ask again. In crowded rooms or in quiet rain. And I'll keep telling them, steady and sure. I'm married to life, and that's my allure. For life is my lover, my partner, my call. It lifts me up each time I fall. It's in the laughter, the tears, the fight. The quiet of dawn, the pulse of night. So let them ask, let them wonder why. Let them search for answers in my starry sky. I'll keep on walking, my heart open wide. With life as my vow, my eternal bride. And maybe one day, if fate should decide, I'll share this path with someone by my side. But till that moment, I'll dance on my own. My heart a kingdom, my soul my throne. He asked me, "Are you married?" And I kept telling him, with every breath, with every whim, I'm bound to life, to its joy and its din. And that's the love where my story begins. The stars above us blinked in quiet accord, as if they'd heard every unspoken word. The night stretched on, a canvas vast and free. And I walked home, just the universe and me. He asked me, "Are you married?" In a tavern's glow, where candlelight flickered and the hours moved slow. His voice cut through the din, a spark in the air. Eyes like a compass, searching for what's there. I swirled my wine, let the silence take hold. "Not yet," I murmured, my tones soft but bold. The room was alive with laughter and clatter. But his question hung, like it was all that mattered. "Are you married?" He tried again, leaning near, as if my answer could quiet some fear. I smiled, a shield, and tilted my glass. "Still free," I said, watching the moment pass. Free, like the wind that roams the open plain. Like rivers that carve through stone and rain. Not tethered, not bound, but a soul in flight. Chasing horizons beneath starlit night. He grinned undeterred, his curiosity bright. "You? Alone? That doesn't seem right." I laughed, a sound that danced through the haze. "Alone's not lonely, it's just my phase." The tavern hummed with tales of love and loss. Of hearts entwined, of bridges crossed. But I sat steady, my spirit my own. A queen unbeholden, a heart full grown. "Are you married?" he pressed, his tone more sly, as if he could read the stars in my eye. "No ring," I teased, holding up my hand. "Just me in the world, a wide open land. Land of dreams, of trails I've yet to roam. Of quiet valleys and cities far from home. Each step a story, each breath a song. I carry my freedom, I carry it strong." He spoke of vows, of love's sweet embrace. Of finding a home in another's face. I listened, nodding, my thoughts far away, wondering why he thought I'd nothing to say. "Are you married?" he asked, his voice now low, as shadows stretched where the candles glow. "Still single," I said, with a spark in my gaze. "Married to life, in all of its ways. Life, the wild lover that calls me near. Whispers of courage, of joy, of fear. It's in the sunrise that paints the dawn. In the quiet moments when the world's withdrawn." The night grew deep, the tavern's crowd thinned. Yet his question lingered, like a restless wind. It wasn't just him, it's the world's refrain. Asking women like me to justify, explain. I told him of oceans I'd crossed in my mind. Of mountains I'd scaled, of truths I'd find. Of nights spent writing beneath a moon's soft beam. Of building a life that's more than a dream. "Are you married?" he ventured, one final time. His words now gentle, like a distant chime. I leaned back slow, my heart open wide. "I'm wed to the journey," I said with pride. "The journey, the pulse that drives my soul. The fire within that makes me whole. It's not about waiting for someone to claim, but burning bright with my own fierce flame." He nodded then, as if he understood the weight of my words, the strength of my blood. "Not married," he echoed, with a quiet respect, "but living a life that none could reject." The stars outside glimmered cold and clear, each one a story, a hope, a fear. We parted ways as the night grew still. his question fading, but its echo shrill. Are you married? The world will ask once more, in crowded markets on some distant shore. And I'll keep answering, steady and true. I'm married to life, and it carries me through. For life is my vow, my partner, my call. It catches my heart each time I fall. It's in the laughter, the tears, the fight, the endless dance of day and night. So let them ask, let their questions fly. Let them search for answers in my boundless sky. I'll keep on walking, my spirit untamed, with life as my love, forever unclaimed. And perhaps one day, if the stars align, I'll share this road with a heart like mine. But till that moment, I'll roam, I'll soar. My soul a kingdom, my life an open door. He asked me, Are you married? And I kept telling him, with every glance, with every hymn, I'm bound to the world, to its joy and its din. And that's the love where my soul begins. The tavern's warmth faded, the night stretched wide. I stepped into the dark with my heart as my guide. His question dissolved in the cool midnight air. But my answer lives on, in the freedom I wear.